It still doesn't really say that I'm live. That does, but I'm not getting it on the other thing. Well, okay. Oh, man, is that a long delay. That's crazy. All right, well. Since this is super delayed, I'm just going to do what I'm going to do. If you have any questions, type them in there, and I will do my best to answer them. How you doing? Alrighty, wet test. So I just got the electric brewery all set up and finished. Can you guys hear me okay? Got a new mic, and I just want to make sure it's working good, first of all. Yes? Okay. Anyway, so I got the new electric system all set up here. I don't know. I'm going to run a wet test just to make sure it works. It's okay? Good, thank you. First thing is I'm going to need to fill it up. I'm only going to do about 6 gallons just for today, just to make sure everything's hunky-dory. This is also a good opportunity for me to find out what I forgot. That hurt. So, while that's filling up, what have you guys been doing? Brewing? Anything interesting lately? I have been wrapped up in this the entire time, so I haven't been doing too much brewing. I've got some reviews that are overdue, and I'm terribly sorry for those who I've said I was going to do the reviews for. I'm really working on getting those done. This may be a whole lot of me just walking around doing a whole lot of nothing, so if you've got questions, please throw them out there. I was hoping to have Mike here with me. That way at least there'd be a little bit of banter. He's a very busy man. Terrible year for homebrewing. I hear you, man. It's been a really busy year for me. I don't know why. About 4. The only reason I'm going to do it in about 5 is I need to get about 5, maybe I'll do 6. I need about 5 gallons before I can start heating up the element here. Which I suppose I should plug that in. All right. It's covered. So I'm gonna go and kick that on. What kind of gear are you getting? Brands and electric, propane. What are you doing? That's good enough. I can see this is going to be a messy thing. going on upstairs? Electric kettle, nice. 30 liter, very cool. What kind of pump? Hey, Nicholas. You know, I could use the grinder and cut that off. I did have to had to cut a notch out of my my lid to fit over this. So I am fully expecting this to start rusting. So if anybody knows any way of treating that so it won't, that'd be great to know. Hey Brian, how you doing? Similar to the the chugger pump. Okay. Yeah, I'm running a Riptide down here, and Anvil's little pump is my secondary. Silver paint on the edges. All right, perfect. Thank you, Brian. Turn on the Brew Vision and I can monitor the temp there. So I'm not going to get this all the way up to temp. I just want to make sure everything's working right. Head of fall. Heat of false bottom. What? I'm at a loss there, Brian. Het of false bottom for the mash tun. I have one. I do have a false bottom for the mash tun. Nicholas says. Okay. Okay, great. Thanks, Nicholas. Okay. Cheers. That get hot a little faster. So Brian, how's yours is coming along? I saw the picture. It looks really nice. You gonna be brewing on that anytime soon? Stand over here out of the way so you can marvel at pots sitting there doing nothing. Of course, now I can't read the. Still ways off? All right. Oh. I should have looked. I think the water coming in from the tap is about 58 degrees right now. So we're at 68. So we're raised 10 degrees already. Brian won't be brewing in 2019. Why? I hope he will. Let's see. Well, I suppose I could hook up some tubes whilst I wait. Let's see. Oh, that's not where I want that. That's going in there. see here. Okay. This is really not exciting without another person here. Brian, how do you do it all the time? I suppose you have Kelly come down. That makes sense. Megapot looks out of place. Yeah, it does. Yeah, the Megapot does look a lot out of place, but you know, it served me well, and to be honest with you, I really like it. It's a solid kettle. Um, and that's basically the kettle I'm going to be using if I'm going to be boiling with propane. It's got that nice triclad bottom on it, and it works perfect as a boil kettle. I took off about 5 inches, 5 inches off. Ooh, looks like the feed just got ugly. All right, well, this is exciting. I can see it's actually heating, so I'm not going to get any hotter than that. I just want to make sure nothing's leaking. So let's turn that off. Open this up. That's open. So, this is the problem I always run into is I always get air in the line here. And this seems to be the only way I can figure out how to purge it out. There we go. All right. Alrighty. Alexa, turn on pump 1. Okay. Well, it's got the purge valve down here on this thing, but the air always seems to get stuck right here. I mean, it fills up, you know, it comes out the other side down here. I mean, I suppose I could just turn the pump on, it would just suck that out real quick, but I don't know. Oh, no sense in turning on that one. Not going to have enough liquid to hit that temp. Really? Okay. Computer, turn off pump 1. Computer, turn off pump 1. All right, that's working well. Gotta work on that one. So much for having automation. Good to know. Good to know, Brian. All right. So, like that. Put that over here. That up. And here we are again with the tube full of air. All right. So that is hooked up to the rims rocket down here. Which will take the mash up to the temperature it's supposed to be at. Oh boy. Yeah, I think that is the problem. There is too much noise for Alexa in here. Ha! What are the 3 vessels? Well, you got your boil kettle, got your mash tun, and this would be my sparge tank, if you will. Normally what I would do, that's just going to sit there. I would heat up my sparge water while this is mashing. Once I get that up to temp, I usually go to about 180 because this thing's going to lose at least 10 degrees while it sits there. But heat it up, and I transfer it over. It sits in the sparge kettle. Rims, what do you say? Yes, rim system. Yeah. So yes, I'm recirculating the mash past the rims coil. And lucky for me, nothing seems to be leaking. So I guess I don't have to keep that going. Turn that off. And we'll turn this off. Suppose I could put... Man, I don't know. That's really all that's left. The only thing that really would be left is running that pump while I, sparge at the same time. But I think that'll work just fine. Yeah, everything's working great. So I'm very excited. I got the the counterflow chiller thing back here. So that just sits there. I just pump stuff through it. I'm pretty sure that'll work. I guess that's about it. I didn't think this was going to last too long, but I'm glad you guys came by and stopped by. Do you have any further questions for me before I leave? Mike here. Wow. Yeah, I did. I swapped the hot liquor. I had originally I was going to go with a just a cooler, and then I remembered how much I hated the smell of plastic that I was getting from it. So I said, "To hell with it, and let's just stay with stainless steel." How slowly do you drain into the boil kettle? Um, Fairly slow. I usually just have it kind of trickle in there. I don't know if there's a way of measuring how fast or slow that is, but um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't go very fast. Well, that's about it. Oh, I got the range hood. Let's see here. I don't know if that sounds loud. That's on high, so that's about as loud as that's going to get. It's really not that bad. Does it sound really bad to you guys? Like if I'm going to do a video and that's on, is that going to bother anybody? Sweet. All right. Well, that about sums up it for me. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you. We'll see you next time. Oh, will you be installing 2 or 3 sources of heat? Wow, Mike, you don't know anything about what we do to here, do we? All right, Mike. There is a heating coil in the boil pot, and then there's a rims rocket down here, which is the heating coil for the mash tun. Those are the only 2 that we need, because we'll heat up our sparge water in the boil kettle and send it over to wait until we're ready for it. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. So, as I always finish, keep brewing, my friends.